gonna guess that that GoPro is facing in the right direction. I don't even know if you guys can hear me right now. Probably not, but... So this is November, I don't know what day it is. Saturday, no, Sunday. I think it's the 27th, I believe, or, yeah, I think so. I think. I could be wrong. I'm at Hidden Spring Ranch once again. I did indeed get this thing fixed. We sealed up the engine block, and we also had a little seal on the end of the shaft. Where the shaft goes into the transmission, there's a seal right there. And that seal was also beat up because that bolt got loose. So we took that, and it wasn't easy, but we took it and pulled the the rear gearbox, pulled it back, we pulled all the bolts out of it, and pulled it back, and then pulled the shaft off, and put the new seal in, took a little hammer, tapped it in nice and light, and there you go. It's about 33 degrees. I got a couple of things on. I'm trying to take it slow because I don't want to get the jacket messed up right now. Probably run through a little bit of mud. Little late, maybe about 2 hours, I don't know. She seems to be running okay. And it's been a month since I've ridden. I don't know what the heck these guys have done to this place. I think there's 3 other trucks here. Not that many people. And I'm the only one I see out here on the trail right now. They definitely had fun with that mud hole. I'm guessing that one too. I'm guessing that one's super deep now. I don't know what happened there. There's a big rough spot right there too. And the GoPro is more centered because I had switched helmets since riding season for a lot of people is technically over and starting to get cold. So I switched to my my motorcycle helmet that my grandma gave to me. And on this one, I had this one with the Honda Recon, and the first video I ever shot with this was with this helmet, and it's been through a lot. What in the world is that? That ain't going nowhere. I was gonna move it, but that's funny. That ain't gonna happen. Yeah, so it has literally been a month since I've ridden. I'm really glad I got this thing fixed. It took me a long time to get the parts because the dealers I was getting them from, we kept ordering the wrong seal because they couldn't figure out what seal it actually was. But yeah. This first video is not going to be anything special. It's not going to be anything big. More basic than the rest of them. Just because it's going to be a very slow pace. That's not because I haven't ridden in a while. It's just, you know, it's cold, and I got this really nice jacket on. I don't want to ruin it. I'm probably not going to buy any accessories for this or new tires. I don't know what I'm going to do just yet. But if I could tell you from experience how to maintenance this thing, I would say make sure you keep the bolts that keep your shaft on, make sure you keep those tight. And I mean tight. They don't need to be snug, not as tight as you can like pull it. I mean tight. Because once those things get loose, they beat up that, they allow your shaft to just sit there and spin around in there, and it beats the crap out of that seal in there. And then when that seal's gone, you ride through the mud like I do, then you're in trouble, because that seal's not protecting anything anymore, because it's useless. I don't want to flip it. I wish this place was just a little bit bigger, honestly, because I just drove across the whole place. Well, not all of it because of all the trails, but you guys know what I mean. It's not, doesn't take very long to drive from point A to point B. And the other thing is there's a place in Xenia, Ohio, called Thrashing Trails. And if you've never been to this place, I highly suggest it, because I've been there in the past. It's been a couple years since I've been there, but I know that place is awesome, and that lady up there is just the nicest little woman in the world. And she's just absolutely awesome, super nice. Alright, I don't remember how deep this is. It's fairly deep. You don't get very far when you don't push the gas. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do for future if this thing keeps constantly breaking, which I don't think it will. You just need to watch it close, and I think you'll be alright, honestly. That or I got a lemon, and I'm pretty sure it is a lemon. Like I'm pretty sure, but you gotta understand, this model was not that old when I first got it, and I checked to see when it was made, and it's not one of the like first models, because it's not really, the chances of that happening are super low, but it's up there when it comes to being one of the first ones. I might go back to the truck and take all this off, or take off my mask anyway, so I have a face mask on right now. So I actually recently got over a cold, and the funny part is about that is, unlike everyone else in my family, I can handle the winter better than anyone in my family. So, yeah, that's the funny part, but yet, I was the one to catch the cold. side note, I also cleaned out the clutches, so that was a little added bonus. Just make sure you maintenance this thing. You can't just ride it like a Honda. You can't do that. I mean, it does suck because it's not as reliable as a Honda, but it's definitely more fun. But you just have to maintain it, that's all. It's no big deal, but I really wish that Can-Am would up the quality on their ATVs, that's all. Like, I don't feel like I'm asking for a whole lot. And I think the L models have actually come a decentable ways since this model. Because I've seen the 500 go to the 570, and now there's a 570 XT that used to be an LE or something like that. And it's something else to see them, you know, going through production that fast with the L models, because I'm guessing because they had so many problems with them. And it makes sense. It makes sense because they weren't all that great. I can tell from this one that they're not that great. The other Can-Am models, I'm pretty sure, are better than this one. Like the 650 XT, stuff like that. But I really wish that you know, they just put more, I don't know, extra time into these. Because I think the Outlander 400 would probably even be better than this. And I'm not sitting here trying to bash this thing to death. I'm just saying, you know, your first model is not always your best. And that's the case for a lot of machines that come out. I mean, this thing's got good suspension, that's for certain. It's a good four-wheeler. It just needed some more development. I don't know if it still does, because I haven't been keeping track of it, but if they're still on this model, then yeah, it needs more development. But no, if they finally switched and it's got the quality of the other Can-Ams, then it'd be alright. I'm surprised I haven't seen the other guy yet. I have no idea where he is, but it's just me and a couple other people. That's it. Maybe like four people. So I know there's two guys and their kid. And then I saw a truck that was parked with a couple of ramps, so I'm guessing there's someone else was here. Who knows? He might have gotten stuck over here if he had a four-wheeler, or even a dirt bike for that matter. I'm not really a dirt bike guy, but I'll ride them from time to time. Because right now this is the only machine I own. We're thinking about getting another one for my little brother and sister because we sold the little blue one. See, I went through here a while ago. Well, I've been through here numerous times, but I don't know what all these guys have done to it. So I'm probably going to avoid it for now and come back to it later. I thought a couple other guys were going to show up, but I guess not. It's not like I remember back in last year, November, when me and Mike were here, and the trail was just mud. If you want to see that video, I'll try to link it in the description down below, if I remember. Yeah, it was just absolute mud everywhere. This entire trail, all this through here was pretty much that right there. That right there. That's what all this trail was. It was just all that. And it was just awful. I mean, even for me who had four-wheel drive, it was just insane. And it was even worse for Mike because he had a sport quad. So right through the creek here. The creek is not deep at all. I mean, this thing is really fun, but like I said, they just need to put more energy and time into it, and then it'd be all right. Because I got a lot of, well, I didn't get a whole lot, but I got a couple questions asking when I was going to get it fixed, and I wasn't able to reply to all of them because of that, or not because of that, but because I never got the notification. Which brings me to another thing I want to talk about. YouTube has been screwing up lately, and what they've been doing is, when you hit the subscribe button, in the older days of YouTube, when you hit the subscribe button, you're supposed to get notified whenever they upload a video, you know, in a snap. Oh, there he is. But lately they haven't been doing that. So you have to hit the little bell icon next to the subscribe button, or else you're not gonna get that.